I going to be an accomplice if I read this out loud? That's crazy! I cannot go to jail. How do I get out of here? Never! Welcome to another peaceful video where I try to stop YouTube from fully demonetizing me. Oh shit. Butterflies. Ooh. Kitties. Oh. Yoga. Children frolicking in the meadow. What's that over there? Barney? Oh my god. We love Barney here, right? Look at Barney. Look at Barney go. Look at Barney turn. Oh yay. Yummy. What's that over there? The Teletubby son. Oh my god. Teletubby baby son. Yes, look at it go. Ooh, what gender is it? Look at it wiggle. Look at it turn. Yes. And then one more video of kitties. Okay, now back to the mess. Girls! Y'all crazy! So I got this idea from Courtreezy. First of all, she does this thing where she asks her fans to send her secrets and confessions. And after seeing that, I decided, that's cool. That's exciting. Let me try it. And now I instantly regret it, okay? So I sent out a little Google form literally last night. By the time I'm recording this, it's been about like 8-ish hours since I sent out a Google form link, asking people to anonymously send me their secrets and confessions. Thinking I was just gonna get like a couple hundred, maybe 200, 300 the most, sift through them, have a fun time, key, laugh, giggle a little bit. 1,580 responses. Well, 1,579, because one of them was just someone calling me the N-word and I deleted it. You guys sent me full-out short stories. Who did you murder? Am I going to be an accomplice if I read this out loud? I'm going to use a random number generator. And we're going to use those numbers to look up a certain entry in this entry pile. 424 M. Oh, we have a story. Okay, girlie, 2 paragraphs. In high school, I got sent to a psych ward, and when I got out, I went on a date with a friend because he wasn't a dick about me being in a ward and had always had a crush on me. Did the high school send you to the psych ward, or were your parents? You're already missing some context. I'm gonna guess it's the parents. Because for some reason in my mind, the first thing I thought of was like a principal literally pulled you out and said, get your mentally ill ass in this corner right now. Okay, went to a psych ward, came out of a psych ward, went on a date. Turns out he should have been in a psych ward because after one horrible date, he was in love with me. Then he went around school saying we were soulmates and we'll get married after school finished. Ooh! Why are you talking about me like that? I'm joking! After I rejected him, he went back around school saying that I was easy and desperate. And he was just trying to smash. Okay, that sounds like a man. That's a very man thing. I know a couple of men that have done that in my past, in my life. And I look at them being like, what is wrong with you? That's such a high school boy thing to do. Such a high school boy thing to do. Instantly, our friend group flipped on him because I was the only one who ever liked him. Then he tried to fight our friend who was twice his size. Truly deserved the psych ward more than me. I just wanted to KMS. He was actually crazy. Ooh, glad you're still here, girlie. Glad you're still here. Let me explain that the date was so bad. When my mom picked me up, I immediately told her I'd never go out with him again, let alone be his friend again. We got into an argument because she thought I was just nervous because it was my first date. And in a fit of rage, I told her it wasn't my first date because I'm bisexual and dated my old best friend years before. Driving down a highway in the middle of an argument was not how I expected to come out. Oh, girl. Oh, not a juicy coming out story. Okay, here you go. Be who you are. She said, Mama, you think I'm new to this rodeo? Mama, you think I haven't been sliding, girl? You think your baby got no game? Well, let me tell you something different. I eat the box on occasion, and I eat it well. Thank you, mother. Oh, Mama, you trying to call me a loser? Well, guess what? She been flicking beans since she was 14. Let me stop. 1,543. Hi, Mary. Ooh, another story. My grandfather was a pedo. Oh. Where am I? We're not about to just dive into pedophilia. It's a pedophilia, girl. Touched his kids and some neighbor kids when they were growing up. So touched your parent? Girl, where is this going? Am I about to be triggered? Like, it was in the paper when it came out in the 70s, apparently. I only found out as a teen when my mom had a whole ass breakdown in front of my grandma. Because my grandma had allowed my sister to have a sleepover at her friend's house when only the dad would be home. And I guess it triggered her bad. Hold on, wait, hold on, what? Grandma had allowed my sister to have a sleepover at my friend's house when only the dad, okay, I thought she was talking about when the grandpa was, okay. It's a different man. But I get it though. Once one man treats you bad, you think it's all men. I feel it. So as I'm finding all this out, my grandma decides to try to do damage control about her fave grandkid hearing she had something bad happen to her kid. Not that she allowed it to happen or anything, from what I learned. My grandma kicked his ass out and called the police the minute her kids told her what was happening. But apparently my great-grandma and several of my grandma's sisters were mad at her for not standing by her husband. Ew! That old school bullshit, no. Stand by your man. No, girl, if my man is touching kids, my man is on the street. I don't give a shit. If my man is touching kids, he was never my man. Let's erase that, okay? Erase that from my history. If we had kids together, those kids never had a daddy. I don't give a shit. I birthed them from the air. Y'all were conceived by Jesus, okay? Y'all need to know anything better. Excuse me, daddy touched you where? Okay. Well, that's the last time daddy's gonna ever be able to touch anything, okay? I'm going to remove the fingers, the nose, and the eyes, bitch. He's just gonna have to walk around and wonder. But I guess it makes sense since my grandma's brother was also a pedo. Jesus Christ. I mean, why are we surprised? Why are we surprised? Wasn't it like back in the olden days, it was like okay for like 27-year-old man to swoop up a 14-year-old girl? Isn't that what Elvis did? But God, does my mom need therapy? Yeah, I agree. 1,243. Like we're keeping in the 40s, girl. Squeaky0963. Girl, is that your username? Did you just give me your username? When I was 13, getting back from a doctor's visit involving numerous painful shots, my mom felt bad for me, so she gave me some of her pain medication. Oh no. Are you now an opioid addict? What happened? Then offered me my first driving lesson on the street behind our house. Oh no! Oh no! Not on opioids! Isn't like the one rule on certain pain medications, like you can't get behind the wheel of like heavy machinery? What happened? So here I am, barely a teenager, high on Percocet!
Purple sex, Molly purple sex, Molly purple sex, purple sex.
High on Percocet, driving for the first time. And what do? I drive into a ditch in front of someone's house, who also happens to be a former detective turned PI.
Mask on, fucking mask on.
Girl, what? Sounds like a sitcom episode. Where we going? I was never caught, but I wouldn't drive again until I got my learner's permit. I haven't driven in almost 10 years. Can you tell? Hi, Mango! I'm a Therian and no one knows but you. A what? Do I dare Google what that means? Therian. Therian is short for Therian throat. It means a person who identifies integrally as a non-human being, such as a wolf, polar bear, or even earthworm.
Purple sex, Molly purple sex.
Okay, live your dreams. Live your dreams? If you want to be a worm, girl, go ahead, be a worm. Will you love me if I was a worm? And you said bet. What do you identify as? Is it a worm? Can it be a worm? Please be a worm. Please be a worm. Identify as a worm. I've heard of like wolves and stuff. People identify as wolves all the time. I've seen that around. Okay, I go out to the gay bar. But a worm, girl? But a worm? That's new. That's special. Be a worm. When you're filling out forms and they say put down your race and gender and stuff, you check other and you write down worm. Please. When you're applying for a passport and they say male, female, X, you check X and underneath it, do you put down worm? Please. Pepperoni pits. A vibe. When I was in high school, my ex spread a rumor I cheated on him. So I sent all the NSFW pics he sent me to his parents. How do I get out of here? Girl, that's illegal. In so many different ways. In some states, that's considered revenge porn. 2, distribution of child pornography. Unless y'all were both 18 or some shit when the pictures were taken, but no, girl. Even if it was the parents, you said, girl. That's crazy. I mean, like, I guess it's their parents, so it's not that terrible, but still at the same time, what the fuck? Homeboy sent out rumors telling everyone that you cheated on him, and in response, you said, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, have you seen your son's dick yet? I cannot be an accomplice in this crime. I cannot go to jail. I want dick. Don't we all? I have over 100 plus saved windows/links of gay porn videos because I hate finding them again and never be able to watch it again because I don't know where the hell the video came from. And also, I like BBC and Filipino dick. So the nickname makes sense now, right? Oh, so you say you like BBC. Well, I am proud to announce that I am a solid average size. She thick though, she knows that. She's told that a lot. I, 19 female, have a sort of situationship type of thing going on with my best friend of like 9 years. Oh no! Not a situationship with your best friend, girl. What is this, a Disney movie? Oh, wait, y'all both 19-year-old females. Never mind, not Disney. What is this, a Netflix Gen Z drama? We aren't excusable, we definitely hang out in a verging on romantic and sometimes more sense. So I personally class it as a FWB situation. Oh, y'all flicking the bean. Y'all petting the wet? What's happening? Y'all licking the pudding cup? Okay. She has feelings for me and tells me somewhat frequently she wants to date seriously, but I was always more focused on just having fun with someone I could trust. And that's when you just healthily communicate that with each other and then figure out the next steps. Right? At the same time, however, I am so deeply crushing on her brother, who is younger than her by about a year, and I managed to hang out with him at— What? Not you trying to fuck a family unit. What's happening here?
Let's go.
I managed to hang out with him very often under the guise of being a lesbian so he doesn't think I have feelings for him. How dare you? You said, oh, men, I don't date that. Oh, me? Don't worry, I'm just a lesbian. I'd never get horny if you undressed in front of me. Every time I go over to hang out with her, I always end up in his room hanging out with him instead, girl. And I find our platonic time together more enjoyable than I do with his sister. Girl! Girl, this is so messy! What are you going? Hey, girlie! Yeah, we can hang out. Oh no, I dropped my pencil in your brother's room. Let me go get it real quick. Oh no! I have this very important phone call to take. In your brother's room. BRB! Oh no! I just twisted my ankle. I should probably go rest it in your brother's room. Like, how are you ending up in the brother's room when you go to initially hang out with the sister? Like, how is the sister okay with that? I don't think he knows I'm actually bi and not a lesbian, but assumes I am one because his sister is a lesbian and he knows we are friends. I should also mention he doesn't know about anything more romantic than a friendship happening between me and his sister. But it's been like this for about 7 months, girl! And I kind of want to see how long I keep this going. Having the best of both worlds. Oh my god. But what's a bi to do? Not try to fuck a family unit. That's what a bi could do. Is this what people mean when they say bisexual panic? Is this the situation? Bisexual panic is when you want to fuck both the brother and the sister? No, you can't. I do not approve. I do not approve of this situation. I am not involved in it. I don't know anything about it. You didn't tell me shit. Hufflepuff Chica. Alright. Girl, I should have done this a long ass time ago. I'm sipping. I let the intrusive thoughts win this time. Oh no. Where are we going? I took revenge in like the grossest way possible. So here's the tea. This one girl who claimed to be my friend mentally and physically abused me for ages. Wow. Really destroyed my mental health and self-confidence. When I tried to get away or stand up for myself, she always tried to guilt trip me and make me feel like I relied on her until I came back. Ew. I couldn't tell anyone because then I'd be getting mad over a joke. I was so fed up with her BS, so I thought if she wants to talk all this shit, she can eat it too. Girl, no. Girl, no. Where are we going, girl? What's happening? I love baking, so coming up with the recipe was easy. Holy shit. They would be chocolate cupcakes with a surprise. So when I walked my dog, so when the cupcakes were made, I decided to put them on her desk in secret so she didn't know where they came from. From the back of the class, I watched her eat 2! While it felt gross to watch that happen, she deserved it. She still doesn't know that she ate lot cupcakes. Go. I'm gonna repeat myself one more time. I refuse to be seen as an accomplice in any of these crimes, okay? I refuse to go to jail for anybody else! That is honestly cunt, okay? Let's be honest. I could never. I'd simply just stab them. I'm joking. Little doggy doo-doo. Doggy doo-doo in the cupcake. She put the doggy doo-doo in the cupcake. And she ate it. She said, nom nom, give me another. Oh my God! Girl, I've been to jail before, and the way I rocked the white and orange striped jumpsuit had me feeling myself. I wasn't even mad. Are you gonna tell me why you went to jail? I mean, damn! I know where a bunch of people in America live, which probably isn't all that bad. But I'm not American. I'm from New Zealand. I'm not a creep, I swear to God. Do you know where I live? It's easier than it should be to find a lot of people's addresses, specifically in America. If you know how to search right, we don't have laws to protect our data that well. I don't fucking know what it is. It is easier to search an address for an American than like any other person, which is crazy. Insane. Would probably be leading to a lot more problems if people actually knew how to search for that shit, okay? Like, thank God. A lot of people don't, but I do. It was my party trick for a bit, girl. Jaws! When I was a toddler, I had to be put in my own separate playpen whenever my asthma was bad because I'd bite the other kids? Go. Girl, what? As an asthmatic child, never in my life have I gotten to the point where, my chest feels funny. It's kind of hard to breathe. You know what I should do? Bite people. What? I mean, I guess when you're a toddler, like, it's really hard for you to, like, express when something's wrong with you. So I guess biting people was a way to do so. Boots! Mama, boots! House down! Hunty! Occur! Be who you are. I was 18 at a house party and fresh on some antidepressants. Oh, this feels like this is about to go somewhere very dark. I didn't read the warning labels on antidepressants because why the fuck would I? You're not supposed to drink on antidepressants. Isn't that like a big thing? Like if you drink on antidepressants, doesn't it like amplify the drunkenness or some shit? And I was drinking a lot that night because why the fuck not? The girl whose house we're at has this cute tabby cat called Milo. Where we going? And he was chilling on my lap as I drank. Friend gives me a shot of vodka. I take it, not knowing that the antidepressant I'm on makes one drink feel like 3. The second I take this shot, my friend go outside to smoke, and the second they leave, I immediately throw up all over myself and barely miss the poor cat on my lap. Oh no! I was wearing a thick jumper and just spread the sick into my jumper and go outside to smoke so I don't seem weird. Ew! Every time I go out drinking in this jumper, I throw up on myself. Hope you're having a good day. Oh my God! Call it a jumper. So now I know you're British. So now I know you're from the UK, love. Your jumper! Jumper! I threw up all over my jumper! Just spread the sick all over my jumper! Okay, girl, jump away. I have never thrown up on myself. I've never gotten to the point of being drunk where I'm throwing up uncontrollably on like other things and people. There's been times where I've like thrown up and like barely missed the toilet, but I've never like thrown up on myself. I've also never been on antidepressants and never been drinking on antidepressants. So girl, I don't know. Should I try them? I lied to my friends about dating this made-up guy for 2 years. It was so much work, and it started off from one lie. Girl, when I tell you I was in the same exact boat at one point. There was a period my like freshman, sophomore year where I lied to my friends about dating a guy back in middle school. I didn't date a single man back in middle school, girl. I wasn't out of the closet yet. Like I lied about the fact that I was like in like a situation with like a guy that was in the closet from like back in my middle school days. Just because I don't want them to think I was a virgin or some shit. I don't even know why I did it. I found some random guy online to show them pictures of. We've been in the same boat, girlie. We both just lying about men. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us being terrible. So in September of last year, I went to homecoming with my ex-best friend. Okay, ex-best friend. Oh, it was super fun, but we like were not together for most of the night. I found some other friends and one of them I had never met. Let's call him Red. In order for us not to get lost, me and all my friends were holding hands, but because we brought alcohol and one of my friends drank more than the others, she ran off and our other friend went off to find her. So it was me and Red and I was bored. So I asked Red if he wanted to kiss. Okay. You were bored, so you just decided to make out with a stranger. Why people do that? People do that. I don't. Because I tried to do that one time and ended up getting strep throat. And I was like, girl, I can't be a slut. This is too much work. So basically for the rest of the night, we were dancing and making out and we decided to date. Oh, that just like that? Honestly, that sounds very high school. That sounds very high school. We only lasted like 6 days though because Red is a pussy. My pussy red. Okay, bitch. After we broke up, my friend texted me and told me that Red was lying about ever liking me in the first place and would talk shit about me. 6 days. Men are weird. High school men are weird. What we're learning from these confessionals, high school men are weird. So send their dick pics to their parents. You break up with high school men, they're gonna try to tell everyone else some other bullshit to keep up their, egos, I guess. Why does a high school man need to have an ego in high school? I don't fucking know. High schoolers, listen to me. Be your friend for this moment. Those 4 years you're clinging on to, doing some bullshit with, do not matter in your adulthood. You're caring about what all these other people think in this high school shit for these 4 years. Understandable. I get it. That's your world. But do not make decisions based off of high school bullshit that's going to affect you for the rest of your life. AKA spreading child pornography. So I will tell you this right now, 5+ years after graduating, walking across that stage, you will talk to exactly probably 2% of people from your class. Maybe even less at that point. I talked to like maybe 2 people. Like, girl, it ain't deep. Once you're like long gone from high school, you then start to realize how it's just not deep. It really sucks and becomes really heartbreaking to see people get so involved in that world to the point that they start making decisions that fuck up the rest of their life. Just don't do that. It ain't that deep. It ain't that serious. You'll get through it. Once you graduate, you'll be somewhere else. Trust me. Needless to say, we all dropped that hoe. It's been months, and I'm now in a healthy relationship with my partner, and I've never been happier. Good job. Also, Red was so bad at kissing, and while we were making out, he was literally eating my chin. I can't do it. Like, if you're a bad kisser, stop touching me. Like, if we start making out and I can't get into it, I'ma just leave. You know what I mean? That's how I am. Like, if you can't make this pussy wet off of a pet, I'm moving on. Probably end it with this one. We'll see. If it's juicy enough, we'll end it here. If it's not, we're reading another one. Miles, hey! In 8th grade, my boyfriend was really interested in the Civil War, and whenever I asked, he wouldn't tell me. He would spend every single period of the day in a library in the Black History and Civil War section. Come to find out, after I broke up with him in our junior year, he would secretly free the slave, if you catch my drift, into every book with Rosa Parks in it because he was sexually attracted to... Girl, not free to slave. Not free to slaves, girl. Girl, not free to slave. We're not calling it that. We are not calling it that. We are never going to call it that. Not free to slaves. Not free to slaves, girl. Not the slave. Where's my vodka? When I confronted him about it, he told me he was interested in strong, ebony women, and he pretended to be gay solely so he could get close to my sister. Since then, I haven't dated. I'm graduating college this year. Understandable. I would never date again if that was the situation I ran into. He said he likes himself a beautiful black goddess. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. They said back of the bus. She said no. He said, I'm gonna come. Beautiful. Poetry. Martin Luther King said, I had a dream. He said, give me a second. Let me load up this pocket pussy. Okay. You see a man with a fetish. I see a man ready to fight when the time is needed. If our ebony goddesses went to war, he'd be the first one in the trenches. Okay, that's a hero. Let me stop! She said, wade in the water. He said, ooh, baby, I'm so close. Just don't show him the color purple now. His dick might get blisters. Okay. He sees 1 second of Beyonce's Homecoming. Suddenly he got friction burns all over his body. I don't know how that happened. By the time he sits through all the precious, his dick's just pushing out dust. Okay, girl. Okay, king. Go. So what did we learn today, kids? Freeing the slaves. That is what we learned today. I don't understand why people have been doing this on YouTube, because this is fun. Hearing y'all's bullshit is a great time. Also, I am taking a trip to Italy. There are 9 spots left. People want to sign up for it. It is expensive. So I have not been pushing it like crazy, okay? I am aware of the economy that we're in right now, unlike some people who try to make an entire streaming platform off of their videos of them just hanging out and talking about ghosts. I don't know what they do over there, girl. Free the slaves! Free the slaves!